Hey y'all, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. In my kitchen tonight, if y'all watched earlier, I'm doing chili beans that I did in the crock pot. And it's a takeoff on the Wendy's chili recipe. And now I look a hot mess. This is as keeping it real as it gets. This is after a day of cleaning out closets and chores, all that. Anyway, I'm gonna do as a side my Granny's cornbread. My Granny's cornbread recipe is in the new cookbook, Granny's Farm to Table, and it actually was part of her eulogy that my cousin wrote. So it's one of those recipes that you have to try, and you're going to just dump until it looks right. And I know that's not like what everybody likes to try to duplicate, but I am going to tilt this down and show you how I'm going to mix it up. So maybe it'll help you as far as seeing the consistency of it. I'm going to tilt that camera down. Now look, my granny was a mom of 8 children on a dairy farm. And so she made cornbread a lot. And in her older age, she made cornbread daily. And she put it in a in a iron skillet that she used Crisco to grease. So listen, sometimes you just want to do a recipe that reminds you of somebody, and this is one of those. So I'm going to start out with about a cup of self-rising cornmeal, and her recipe was like taken right from her mouth. She's, dictating it to my cousin, who was smart enough to write it down. Anyway, and she just kind of says, get you a little bit of cornmeal, self-rising cornmeal, get you a little bit of flour. So I'm going to do about a half a cup of flour. And then she said, add a little bit of oil, 1 egg, and some buttermilk until it looks right. And that's literally how she said it. So I'm going to drizzle about 1/4 of a cup, and I'm guessing, of vegetable oil. And I'm going to add my egg. And then I'm going to give this a stir until it is blended. And somebody asked me the other day, why can't I see? And if you can't see because of the comments, just swipe them. This is definitely a keeping it real recipe here, y'all. If you've ever had what I call old-fashioned cornbread, though, you kind of know the consistency of it. It's kind of a dry consistency. I ain't gonna lie about it. I did not have buttermilk, so I put 1 cup of 2% milk and a tablespoon of white vinegar. And that gives you that buttermilk kind of flair. Anyway, this is definitely one of those you have to see it. And I'm gonna show y'all the consistency of what it should be. I hope everybody's had a good day. I can make some good cornbread. We love it. Yeah, Pam, it's one of those things, and my granny made it a lot, and she made it daily. She put on there, cook it on 425 until it's brown around the edges, so there was no time. And then she said dump it out onto a plate, eat the edges off of it, and feed the rest to her dogs. And she actually did feed it to her dogs. I'm just saying. Anyway, I just thought it'd be easier just to show y'all this one, okay? So I'm gonna incorporate that last bit of milk. And it's about the consistency of pancake batter, okay? And that is about right. So I'm gonna put that into my greased iron skillet, greased with Crisco. You can choose to do what you want. If you're more health conscious, then you can use, spray or whatever. But this is how my granny will do it. And I'm gonna put that in here. When we get ready to eat, about 30 minutes before, this is gonna go into a 425 degree oven. And it usually takes 25 to 30 minutes, like I said, until brown around the edges. You'll know it's brown. When you kind of do this to it, it doesn't move in the middle. So I hope that's something that y'all enjoy. I know it's one of those recipes that is not exact, but that's how older people cooked, and that's how they told us about it. So anyway, give it a try. You'll love it. If If you love that old-fashioned cornbread, this is one of those. Anyway, I'll show you a picture of it when I'm done with it, and I'll put it underneath this vlog with the chili beans. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.